Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new edition of the Triple Trio, a weekly look at Hong Kong racing and also a little glimpse around the globe with the best form analyst in the business in Clint Hutchison and Raymond Shane Dye, Hall of Fames, left, right and centre, Australia, New Zealand, no doubt the world in the future. Hello, Hutchbuster.
The world, definitely the world. The world knows all about Raymond Shane Dye. Don't worry about that. And the world knows that the Hong Kong Derby's next week, so we've got a lot to build up to towards that. In the meantime, a really good meeting at Sha Tin on the weekend. And Richo, plenty to discuss. I mean, it was a great weekend of racing last weekend, wasn't it?
It certainly was. It was fantastic. Hello, Golden Boy. Big show coming up.
Hello, mate. I was very disappointed on Sunday night with the Kiwis. They were just too good, the Indians, mate.
You can make the final. You can make a final or two. Just hard to win them.
We couldn't win it. Oh, geez, they were awesome. Their batting, weren't they, Richo, the Indians?
They were amazing.
You need to talk to the Aussies. Maybe they could get an Aussie coach over, help them out to find the line.
You know what?
Shane.
We don't have a lot to stand on.
I wouldn't be talking about that. I wouldn't be talking about that, Clint. The Aussies aren't. They couldn't even make the top 8.
We know how to win a final.
Yeah. Couldn't make the top 8. It's fairly compelling evidence that he brings forward. More on cricket a little later on in the show. Huge show coming up. But first, let's just try to pat these gurus on the back. Let's look at last week.
I'm going to go race 4 in the other division. Good Chap, number 6.
Conrad the Great's the leader. Good Chap's his only danger, and he's a big one from Flowing Riches. Good Chap's taken over. What a day at Zany. There's 3.
So Golden Boy, you're with the
100%. I'll go Fast Network.
Sky Trust leads by the inside. Fast Network's coming at him too quickly from Invincible Shield and Tomodachi Kokoro, and Fast Network is too fast.
Stunning Peach, absolutely flown. Was a good result for us last start.
I'm going to go Stunning Peach. I think he's just keeps improving his racing well.
Stunning Peach runs on. Into third comes Kaying Generation. Fortune Boy weaving through on the inside. In the meantime, Stunning Peach has taken over now from Beauty Alliance, and Stunning Peach is going to win again.
I'm going to go She's an Alibi, Autumn Boy, Ninja.
She's an alibi for me, hopefully. I think she can do it. She's might be one of the next big things going around, I reckon.
And She's an Alibi got the upper hand from Autumn Boy. Then Ninja, Attica, Rivellino from further back, but the filly pins the ears back. What a performance. She's an Alibi, different class in the Guineas.
Yeah, different gravy, these lads too. Absolutely flying. So hopefully you were rewarded watching the show last week. And the show is huge because we've got a very special guest coming up on the show. And this quality young rider is taking all before him. His name is Dylan Browne McMonagle. Our Australian audience saw him a little bit. Our European audience would know him so well. And our Hong Kong audience is now literally falling in love with him. The idol, global racing, the big one is the road to the Hong Kong Derby. So much to look forward to on the show. But first, let's find some winners on Sunday. Racing on Sunday at Sha Tin, and Hutch will find 3 races to have a bet into and preview. Let's start with race number 6 here. Over 1,000 metres, Class 3, and you're liking the 12.
The 3 races that we're previewing are really good because there's a number of chances in them, and that's the case again here. Young, progressive horses on their way up. I've got Looking Bright in my early rated price. A margin, co-favourite, I should say, with the Unique Star. It goes back to 1,000. Turquoise Velocity's 1, 2 of 3. It's right in the game. And We Are Heroes, more of an older, well-exposed horse. Now, We Are Hero was good against the pattern here. Turquoise Velocity, I should say, Shane, is a horse that you made a good case for on this day. It's been a little hit or miss, but he's fast, he can lead. And if he holds the form from this race, he'll go close. And I think, obviously, the runner-up on this occasion has a little weight swing in his favour.
The thing about this race was they ran time. He come up in, 55.47. And a lot of the others haven't been doing that lately, which is a good sign. He's got gate 9, which is good. He's going to give a sight. Little Bright, he'll run well. The other two just quite, We Are Hero and Fast Responder aren't going quite as well as they normally can up the straight, I think, Clint. And these younger horses are showing a little bit more.
Yeah, I think that's a fair call. Fast Responder's had a lot of chances. You kind of know what you get with him. We Are Hero, I think, can improve. if he gets the right setup. But there's no question he's not going as well as he once was.
So Fast Responder was in a race against the Unique Star, who went into your Sid file. Unique Star and also Together We Value, both Sid runners running here.
Well, the Unique Star goes close this day, and I know City Gold Banner, who's on the far side, has been beaten since, but he had excuse because it was a slow run race. You can see Karras held up here. He got clear late. They've come back to the 1,000 shade, and it looks a good sort of race for him. The horse that actually ties a lot of them in is Sight Hermoso, who's running back in 4th there. Now, Unique Star looks a great chance, Shane, if he can produce that sort of form.
Well, he's got gate 12. He'll be right in behind, and I think it's only a blessing him coming back to 1,000 from 1,200. Here's glowing praises, and of course, your one that you like. What is it? Together We Value. They both went well this day up the straight. You know, they're going to be there somewhere. Together We Value's drawn in, and so has glowing praises. They're both drawn in, which I think's a disadvantage.
It is, and there was Sight Hermoso running 3rd in that race once again, so he's actually the key runner. And we saw Sight Hermoso win on Wednesday on the right part of the track as well, but progressive. So it's interesting. I don't think there's a bit between a few of these, Shane, and they're all progressive, but the barriers are going to be pretty important.
Oh, 100% they are. It always matters up the straight. I'm going to go for the Unique Star because of gate 12 and coming back. I know he didn't run the time up the straight compared to Torquay's Facility, but I just think he's got improvement from last run, from looking bright and 10. So 5, 12, 10.
Okay, I like the look of that. So repeating also Sid file runners 5 and 6 Together We Value. Zach Purton on too.
Be a bit tougher here from that low draw.
That's the concern for him. Let's move to our next race. Is going to be race number 10. Who do you like and why?
I love this race. Smart Golf we've been a big fan of. I think he's the horse to beat with that drop in weight and rise in grade. Red Sea was super first start. Thunder Kit had excuses when he last ran, and Quantum Cloud bringing in the same form line as Red Sea. Here's Smart Golf, Shane. The pace of this race was slow. Harry had a lovely ride. He parked him handy. If he's starting to do everything right, this horse, he's got an engine. So I thought he was the horse to beat with that drop in weight. Favourable draw, and he'll land on speed. What you say?
Oh, they always are, these horses going to class 3 with ability from class 4, carrying big weights and winning like this. He's got gate 10, but I don't think that's a problem. I don't think there's a lot of pace in this race, Clint. Like, you've got the Red Sea who might lead, but he'll come across and sit outside of him. And here's the Red Sea now. It was a good first run, this. He kept whacking away there. And he can only improve from this, you would think.
He was part of our strategy, the Red Sea. Right. So, and I just think he just needed it. He had to do a little bit of work early. Quantum Cloud was good. Shane, the Anode was slaughtered there. He sat 4-5 wide without cover. And he's actually a horse who'll probably get a big price in this race. I've got him 50s, but I could bring him in if he got a better run in transit.
He had good overseas form. He hasn't lived up to it yet in Hong Kong. But he'll go forward. Whether he gets in or not's debatable, but he'll definitely be going forward.
And the toppy in the race, all out for 6. Luke Ferraris is taking the ride.
Yeah, I want to ask Shane's opinion here, because when I watched this, I thought, gee, they've gone hard, and the horse sort of took a hold of the jockey, and I thought it was quite brave. Then I looked at the sectionals, and he wasn't that far ahead of standard once you take into account how fast the track speed, but it was a better run. He just needs to probably settle, Shane. Is that fair? I'm not sure. What's your read on him?
Yeah, well, he's got a good gate 12 for a horse who's going forward, so he can take his time to come across. He'll definitely be going forward in this race. The 135 pounds is a worry against Smart Golf with 124. Here's Thunder Kit. Had every chance the other day, had a beautiful run, but he goes all right. Gate 6, he'll probably put himself midfield to forward. He battled on.
I thought it was a good run because he stepped a bit slow. They've used him up a little bit. He ended up on the back of the winner. But I just felt that he didn't quite do everything right. Yeah. And I agree with Shane, like, there's a couple here that are probably going to be better than him, but he's not far away, Thunder Kit, and he just needs to do everything right.
Golden Boy, who do you like?
Oh, it's not a hard race, this. I'm going to go
Smart Golf?
4 Smart Golf from Red Sea and the all out for 6. And, of course, Helene, super feeling. Doesn't go bad. And from gate 5, he'll be midfield somewhere. Actually, he's going all right, that horse.
Yeah, Dylan Browne McMonagle takes the ride, so we'll ask him on our show. Race number 11. Let's find the winner in the last. Let's finish in style.
We'll try to.
Please.
That's exactly what we're going to try to do. And this is a horse that we put in our Sid file. Gorgon, he just needs a bit of luck and he'll need it from that barrier. Fit for Beauty's going well. We'll have a look at a trial of his. Ying Superb's racing well. Mighty Mast, I'm going to give one more chance to, but I was bitterly disappointed in his run the other day. Well, Dylan got his own way out in front in this horse and they let him get away with some cheap sectional, Shane, and I don't think that'll happen again here, but he showed what he can do when he gets a soft lead.
Yeah, I didn't think he could win this, but the track favoured him, and as you said, he got a soft lead. He goes up to 134 pounds now, which is a worry. But if he gets across and gets another lead, he's not going to stop the way he won this day. And this was quite a good race, that. This ran very well the other day, Clint. As you know, it was held up. I actually backed it in this race.
Are you going again?
Switch, yeah. Oh, 100%. I'll be going again. He'll be winning this.
Yeah.
I think this race here on TV is stronger than this race on Sunday. So he's going to be very hard to beat. He's got gate 11. He'll be midfield to forward. Covering a bit of ground may not even worry that horse in this type of race, especially if Ying Supreme digs up and creates a bit of pace with riding together. But he's going good, and he was unlucky a couple of runs ago too, that horse.
He was.
What about Packing Glory as a form reference here?
Yeah, when you look at the fact that he's finished fourth in this race, it reads quite well. But when I went back and deep dived the race a little bit more, and there's a nice horse that wins it in Cool Boy, but the pace of the race really suited him. He had his opportunity. I didn't see any excuses. He parked outside the leader. He kept whacking away. I think the others are just a bit stronger here. That was my take, Shane. What about yours?
Well, my take is he's got to go to 1,400 for the first time, and can he run it? He'll be forward from gate 4. He'll get the right opportunity. With only 121, he'll get his chance, but will he run it? Here's Fit for Beauty. This is going all right, this horse, and it trialled well here, Clint. He's definitely not the worst.
He's the danger, I think, Shane, to Gorgon. I thought this was a nice bit of work. I sort of underestimated him through the season, but he keeps turning up running well. Don't see John Sides actually asked to do much in trials. He was. But Shane, what are the instructions here to Alexi Bedell? I want to know how you're telling him to ride Gorgon, because I'm pretty keen myself.
I'd say, let me see, there's going to be pace in the race. Just come out and let it unfold. He'll be midfield to 5th or 6th. Give him a clear run and he'll be winning.
Beautiful, like it.
Give him room. Cover ground if you have to.
Yeah, give him
Alexi. You've got him on top, Shane. Who are the dangers?
Oh, definitely. I think the way he won last time, I'm worried about the weight and if he gets taken on, and Clint's right, there is pace in this race. Fit for Beauty's definitely the chance, I think. It's not a strong race, this, Clint. There's not that many Class 3 horses on the way up in it.
Yeah, I hope you're right, Shane. It'd be a nice way to finish with Gorgon.
Well, the Hutchie fans will just get in and around Gorgon. Yes. There's no doubting about that. All right, our very special guest has arrived. DBM's in the house.
It is Flow Water Flow. The Golden Knights are in the middle from Amazing Gaze. The leader, Flow Water Flow, just in front. Flow Water Flow and Dylan Browne McMonagle. Flow Water Flow.
Love having him in Hong Kong is Dylan Browne McMonagle, who joins us now as our very, very special guest. DBM, welcome to our show, our humble little show. We're honoured to have you here. How have you settled into Hong Kong, mate?
Thank you very much, boys. Things have been going good. Loving it in Hong Kong so far. We've only got 2 weeks left, so the time has been flying, but it's been very enjoyable for sure.
It must be hard to say we've got to go home. That must be tough for you.
I know, back to the cold weather, but no, it's been great. It'll be back to reality again soon. So at the same time, I'll be looking forward to getting back into routine and getting things going at home again. But my stint here has been fantastic. So I'm very happy I came.
Yeah, well, you should be, Dylan. You've done really well. I mean, 10 winners during the stint, and you've probably gathered a bit more momentum in the last 6 weeks. So I just want to ask you, though, what's been the biggest challenge in Hong Kong for riders that haven't been there and they're big names around the world? In your opinion, what's the hardest thing or most challenging aspect about riding in Hong Kong?
Well, there's a lot of aspects that's very tough. Obviously, getting your own rides and stuff is very tough, but thankfully, when you come here as a visitor, you get an agent which helps you out with your bookings and stuff. So I've got Bill helping me out, which is a big help for me coming through. When you're a first timer, it's very hard to get in and get to know the the way everything works here, and that's probably one of the hardest things, is getting on the horses in the first place. But racing wise, it's very fast. It happens quick. The tempo is always strong, and it's really all about being in the right position. And it's very important to have a good draw here, especially in Happy Valley. But when you've got a good draw, you can always put yourself in that spot where you want to be. But just adapting to everything and how the racing works is the main thing, I think.
Shane, that would ring true to you. You remember when you first got there and trying to adapt into life as a jockey in Hong Kong?
I had no trouble, mate. It's just like a duck in water.
There you go, Dylan. That's the answer we're looking for.
Unfortunately, I struggled the first day. I rode 2 winners, and my first ride won. Hazy put me on a Class 5 horse, which couldn't get beat up the straight. Thanks, David. Spot on, and it won. Actually, in all fairness, no, you're going really well. You're flying, actually. Do you have a contract to go back to in England? Do you ride for someone?
Well, I'm based with Joseph O'Brien in Ireland, so I've done my time there as an apprentice, and I've been there ever since I started. So I've got a good job there in Ireland, and there's over 250 horses there. So I've got a big team to go back to, which I'm very looking forward to, with some nice horses. So that's where I'll be heading back.
Yeah. Is Al Riffa one of those that you're keen to get back associated with? I don't know what his plans are, the Ledger winner.
Yeah, he's going to Dubai in 2 weeks' time for World Cup night. So that'll be a nice thing to look forward to, getting back on board him. He ran a great race here in the Vase, so he's heading to Dubai for, I think, the Gold Cup over 2 mile maybe. I don't know if it's 100% confirmed what race yet, but we'll be looking forward to getting back on him. But he's definitely one of the flag bearers for us.
Must be amazing to ride for Joseph. I mean, it's... he's obviously, his achievements here in Melbourne are well known with the victory in the Cup, and for a young man to do what he's done, he's been remarkable.
Yeah, it's been unreal what he's achieved, and to be riding for him is very good, because he's got experience all over the world, and he's a great man for advice, and he showed his talents from a very young age, and he's not afraid to send his horses travelling as well, which is what a jockey wants.
And what's it like to ride for Willie Mullins? I've been watching Cheltenham during most of the nights there, and Willie's, of course, dominating like we expect. What a character. We love him here in Australia wherever he comes, or when he comes to Hong Kong. He's a special talent.
Yeah, he's something else. You can never doubt him for sure. Wherever he goes, you've got to keep an eye on him. And this year at the Breeders' Cup was definitely one that stood out. I haven't rode for him a whole lot, maybe 4 or 5 rides, but thankfully I've been able to get a few winners for him, and this one was very special. But I've partnered up a good relationship with these owners, and they've been very, very lucky for me. So the Breeders' Cup, Ethical Diamond, he was a jumper this time last year running at Cheltenham, so for him to go and turn around and go and win the Breeders' Cup turf was just shows how good Willie Mullins is, really.
That's incredible.
It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. We saw a horse, of course, in the Cup last year as well, with probably moderate jumps form run well, didn't we?
Goody Two Shoes?
Yeah, Goody Two Shoes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they got some weapons over there over the jumps, and a few of them are showing how good they are on the flat.
Well, and Dylan, you spent a bit of time in Australia as well. So for our audience here, we've got an international audience, but getting experience in all these jurisdictions, how are they helping you with your riding style and also your experience?
Well, as we said before, it's really all about just adapting to the situations and the way the style of racing is, and going to all these different places. It makes you click very fast, and getting to know them for the future when the big days come around is very important. But it's just getting to know them all, really, and being able to blend in with everybody else, no matter if it's for one ride or you're going for a stint. But yeah, you just have to get in and mix with the best, and that's the only way you can improve.
And you in Hong Kong on your own, or have you brought someone special alongside you?
Yeah, I've got my girlfriend Scarlett here, so I'm very lucky. She's lasted this long and she stuck me, so it's been good company.
Will you be back next year?
I'd love to come back next year for sure. If I could do the same 3 months again, that would be brilliant.
Let's have a look at your rides on Sunday.
A couple I wanted to ask you about, Dylan, because I know you've been on their back in track work, and Helene Super Feeling obviously got a bit of an association with and one or two others, but Helene Super Feeling, this horse Shane mentioned in our little preview, he looks like he's going quite well.
Yeah, he's going well, that horse. He's a little bit tricky, can get a bit fired up sometimes, but he's very talented, and I think whenever the penny drops with him and he adapts to it, I think he's going to be a very, very nice horse going forward. But he seems to be getting the hang of things. He's relaxing a lot better recently, and I think when everything falls in place for him, his talent will show through. But we're looking forward to the weekend. I think he's got a nice draw, and hopefully it'll set up good for him. But I think he's a horse with a lot of talent, and I think it's going to show soon.
Another horse you've galloped as well, who might be a price, Phoenix Light. What have you made of him recently?
Yeah, he's been running well too. So I've got a lot of good rides actually at the weekend. So hopefully we can bang in another winner or two. But they're all in good form. So I think Helene Super Feeling is probably the one that stands out a little bit. Riding Together obviously was a good winner last time. He's a very solid horse. He's very genuine. And if I get a cross onto the rail on him and get a sit, he takes a bit of passing as well. So we'll see how we go.
Okay, and race number 1, you ride for Hutchie's brother-in-law, a horse named after Hutch in the family fortune.
What?
So good luck there. What about race 2, Dash, as well? I think we've got a little trial replay of Dash. What are your chances here?
Yeah, when I trialled him, he actually surprised me how well he came forward with the blinkers on. Douglas's horses are coming into form. He had a few good winners last week, so he finished off this trial good, and I think around Sha Tin will definitely help him. He's a big horse. The track will suit, and hopefully if he shows his full potential, he can finish off strong too. But there's potential there for sure. So if he gets a good run, he can hopefully run well.
There we go.
I like all that.
There's something. Can we look towards a Hong Kong Derby? Patch of Cosmo, you're locked in there, and your thoughts?
Yeah, he's a solid horse. He's improving with racing, I think. He's taken a few runs to really come to 100% fitness, but his last start was really good. I had a good position, and I was happy with the way he finished off the race, and his last 50 metres was strong and give me good hope that he'll stay the trip well. Obviously, when the winner went past me at the 200 metre marker, my fella got a little bit shy and got a bit intimidated as he went past me, and it took me another 100 metres before I got him back into 100%, but he hit the line strong. So if he can get a good run around, I think there's not a lot between the whole field, so it's going to be a very competitive race, and I think whatever gets the best run could be the winner. So we'll be hoping he can run well.
It sounds like you got a really good grasp on the form. Is that a part of the settling into Hong Kong that you've enjoyed, really getting to understand the horses and the form?
Yeah, it does. It takes a bit of time, but I've been here long enough now. I should be knowing a few by now. But it's definitely something you need to know going into these big races. You need to know everyone else's horse as good as your own, and getting to know all the riders and their different styles is important as well. But there's a lot of horses here, so you have to put a bit of graft in behind the scenes and get to know everything as much as you can.
And as a young lad growing up, who have been your heroes as a jockey? Who have you looked and said, hey, I'd love to be as good as him, or I'd like to ride like her? Who have you got?
Well, Ryan Moore is obviously the standout. He's the best there is around. I ride with him a lot at home in Ireland, and he definitely sets the standard for us all. So we're all trying to be better than him and competing with him. So he's definitely the man we look up to.
Well, I'll give you his kryptonite. That's Raymond Shane Dyer. That's how you beat.
Just one quick thing, Dylan, before we go. Mate, when you come back next year, you may or may not know, I had a very bad fall, and since then I forget movies' names, actors, people's names. Can you just drop the last name of yours and just make it Dylan Browne, so it's easier for me to say?
If you want to say that, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, nice. Well,
no disrespect either, mate. I look and I go, how am I going to remember this one?
Simple.
I go, I've got to remember it, but I just can't.
It's a bit of a
Dylan
tongue
Browne's
twister for
easy.
some people.
Just go
Whatever works.
Yeah, whatever works.
Just go with DBM, mate. That makes it nice and easy. Dylan,
Very simple.
You're an absolute beauty, mate. Well done on what you've achieved. Finish in style. Good luck obviously on
Good luck,
Sunday,
mate.
but also in the Hong Kong Derby, and then trip over, get nice and warm in Dubai, and then settle in for a great season in Ireland, mate. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, boys. Hopefully we'll be talking again soon.
What a ledge. There he is, Dylan Browne McMonagle, or as Raymond Shane Digest wants to call him, Dylan Brown.
Yep.
To make it a little bit easier for him.
Yeah.
We can call him DBM, whatever. He's a star. We're building up to Hong Kong's great day, which is the Hong Kong Derby, and the field has been released, Hutch, and really looking forward to this. And what you've been speaking throughout our entire build-up to it, how even this is, the barrier draw is going to be vital.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting inclusions, I suppose, Regal Gem, Jeannot Pride in particular from John Sizer's yard. Seraf Gabriel had a disappointing run the other day, but they are now in the lineup with the reserves Win Lord, Circuit Grand Slam, Aerodynamics and Glittering Legend. But yeah, it's an interesting field. I like the inclusions. I've liked the horses that they've got and put up there. I think Jeannot Pride deserves his spot.
Well, you've got him third highest rank.
Well, that's on a sort of a weight-adjusted career peak performance. So this is what you have to bear in mind with this. I mean, on a pure speed figure, the highest number actually comes from numbers, but he carried no weight that day. So it depends how much you adjust it. But that's the lineup. And Jeannot Pride's in the game if he stays, but Shane, I suppose the tricky part for that is that, he hasn't exactly had a Derby-type preparation.
I don't want to be on him. Not going from 1,400 to 2,000. I know he's done it before with that other horse, but he looked as though he would run it. If ridden quiet, and you got to remember he was racing over a mile also, even though he come off a 1,400. What was he called? Ping Hoi Star or something like that.
Star,
when
yeah.
he won.
Yep.
Yeah, Ryan Moore won on him. He was ridden quiet. If he wins, it's an unbelievable effort. I know that, but at this stage, I don't want to have him.
Okay, so maybe G1 Goldmine can have a little look at his
Well, it's really
pedigree.
interesting. I mean, we're talking about him.
Speed.
He's the new interesting. It's pretty much speed as there's 12 to 1,600. That said, and Group 1 Goldeneye, and as we know, this is the time of the year to be using it, Richo. You've been at all the sales putting your hand up, and this is the sort of product that you need. But we like to use it from the form side of things as well, and what the pedigree is telling us with regard statistically. Will this horse get the trip? Doubtful, probably more of a mile, and that's what it seems to be with him as well. So there's a little backup there in terms of, I wouldn't be shocked with him though, but it's more so the preparation rather than the pedigree with him.
A lot to play out. Next week's show, we'll, of course, do the deep dive into the Hong Kong Derby. Let's find some future winners with form files. The best food, the best drink, the best hospitality, brilliant host, the Hutch Buster, Raymond Shane Dye, Cambo was there. Scan their QR code, get involved. We are 65, 70% full now, so spots are going really, really quickly. It is a must experience.
It will be a lot of fun.
Oh, we're
going to
have some
involved,
fun.
and
we're taking it up a notch this year.
We are,
believe it or not.
We are going to take it up a notch. Little deposit now, and book your spot in.
I know December seems a long time away, but grab your spot right now. Sweet in defeat file, Hutch Buster, who jumps in?
Yeah, well, there's a few from the last week. We had some pretty distinct sort of track patterns, and the inside, obviously, at Happy Valley during the week was clear inferior. I'm going to expand on that in a moment or two. But Same to You caught our eye. Fortunately, we had two plays in the race. We had the winner, but we also backed this horse who's ready. And you can see he's one off, but he keeps sort of being dragged back through the field, Shane, and he ends up getting shuffled right back. And the way that the race unfolds, Shane, he ends up having to sort of make his run back into the inferior ground on Wednesday, and he did a really good job just to miss out on probably second place. But I think this horse is ready now. Didn't unfold for him, and it can going forward.
Well, I actually backed him because his last start he got beat 7 lengths and come home in 21.89, which is practically impossible. So he's going better than people realise. And I thought from his gate he might be 3 deep. coming down the middle of the track, but unfortunately he kind of got pushed in there and he stayed on the fence, which was the wrong place to be. But he's going better than his form reads because he's had excuses every run.
Yep, Victory Sky was good on the inside on the dirt. It was just a gallant performance. Beauty Alliance handy to a fast speed. He ran well. He's ready now. An excellent boy caught my eye the other day back in the field. He ran on pretty well. So there's 4 for you to mark down, Richo.
Can you deep dive into this Happy Valley track? Because back in the day, Raymond Shine Dye grabbed me in a headlock and said, whatever you do, Happy Valley, put huge emphasis on barriers 1 and 2. You want to be towards the rail. What's going on there?
Well, the C+3, so the rail was as far out as it goes the other night. And generally speaking, it's a track where you want to be forward, in that front third and
makes sense.
Shortest way home. It can be the way.
Leaders.
And it's actually played very fairly over the course of the last 12 months, but it wasn't the case. I mean, I don't know why on Wednesday, but fence in run was no good probably, and as you got out in around the circle, it just got better and better. Here's a visual of them sort of at the 500-600 and then sweeping into the straight. So you could probably be one off. But lanes sort of 4 through 11 were clearly premium ground. Anything on the inside couldn't really finish off. We had another winner on the night, Golden Brilliant, 4 wide, no cover, make a long sustained run. So Shane, I'm not sure what the issue was on Wednesday night, but you could clearly see those inside lanes were inferior.
I'll give you an example. Remember International Day and I tipped 2, which couldn't get beat, and they both run 10 lengths last.
Yeah.
And they both sat on the fence, International Day, and went no good. One hasn't run since, but the other one come out and shit in its next start and won easy. How do you go from going to win
Valor.
being odds on, Majestic, to winning easy? It means the track was off. On that track on Wednesday night, there was a couple of shorties, even money, that drew in. They sat the fence and got beat 5-10 lengths or something and went no good. You watch them next start on a fair track, they'll go a lot better. It's always a good guide, that. So I don't know what's going on, but the tracks, I actually didn't bet very much on Wednesday night because after the first race, I said, what's going on here? It's sat deep, come down the outside. That's never the case on that C+3. It's always inside up there on my book that I keep. And I didn't bet much. I couldn't work the track out.
Two horses you mentioned, the Air, and he was on the fence, and of course Bienvenue was sort of locked away. I mean, there's just 2 examples off the top of my head. But I want to put a graphic up. So you mentioned International Day as well, Shane. Well, look, since International Day, we've had 24 meetings. 13 of them, I think, have been pretty fair, and everyone reads this the way they want. But talking of track patterns, I mean, there's been 4 meetings where it's been a tale of 2 halves.
Right.
So half the meeting is playing one way, and the next half is playing another.
Well, do they roll the track?
I'll expand on that in a moment. There's been 4 meetings where the rail's been really good spot, and then the 2 meetings, and this is very relevant to the Derby next week, and where the rail has been off or inside's been poor, not including Wednesday, has been the A track at Sha Tin. Derby Day next weekend, we're back on the A course. Will we have another A track? Because Shane, that course that we had on International Day, that is, the A course always played a little bit like that, but that was a very significant pattern that we saw on that day.
But not only that meeting, since then also the meeting after that on the A track was probably not quite as bad, but not far away from it. So that's something you got to take in. What stopped? I used to play the TTs really big, very, very big. I don't anymore because the pools aren't big enough, but also track conditions change. And you're doing your form for a certain track. And of course, TTs are always raced 4, 5, 6 or 5, 6, 7. And it could change, and it changes, and you've done your form for a different track. So you just want consistency all day as a punter for a track. You don't care if there's bias, as long as you know where the bias is. But for some unknown reason at present, Clint, you're 100% right. Those tracks are changing mid-meeting.
Well, here's an example of it. February 19, there's just the margin. Now, this is one fact. These are a few factors. These are just the winners, where they were ninth. Basically, 5 of those 6, 5th through 9th in the run, up to 7.5 lengths off. And look at those wider lanes in the straight.
Yeah. Then what happened?
Then races 7 through 11, leader, nothing worse than 5th and all within 2.5 lengths. Not wide in the run, back to the inside. That meeting was actually unusual because it went from a swoopers type meeting to very much up and in. And most of the time it's the opposite to that. And I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure what it is, Shane. I'm not sure if it's the rolling of the track. It's certainly not the climatic conditions, because I've been checking those. The wind has been constant through the day. So
do they roll the track during the meeting?
The track is rolled.
During the meeting?
Rolled. Yes, it is.
So was it after race 6 or is it after every race?
No, it gets usually rolled once. So it could be, that could be it, Shane. I'm not sure, but it is quite a stark difference, isn't it, to what, they've been doing that for a long time as well, and it hasn't had that sort of impact. So, and other meetings, it's fair. So why is it changing for these specific meetings?
Okay, with the rolling of the track, I've known about it for years and kept that in the back. And I actually told a pro computer team about it years ago, and he says, don't tell anyone. No one's aware of it, right? So I've known that about that for years. It's only just come to light the last, say, 12 months, the rolling of the track for people, whereas 4 or 5 years ago I realised. But in saying that, it can't just be the rolling of the track, because it's over dominant now than it was ever before. They might water that track in the morning quite a lot before the races, so the inside's off a little bit, and then as the day gets on, it dries out in Hong Kong. And with the rolling of the track, then it becomes just dominant, that it's inside fence up there instead of swooping. That could be one reason. I don't know, but there's definitely changes in that track at present.
It's something to bear in mind, and I think it'd be lovely to maybe find out a little bit. We'll try to do some investigating, but I've been just looking at the bare facts. This is actually what has occurred. Hong Kong's a fantastic place to wager. More often than not, we get fair tracks there the vast majority of the season. I've just seen a little bit more patterns, and you're probably used to it. It's always been a bit subtle, but they're quite prevalent of late. So hopefully we can find out more. And hopefully next week for the Derby, we get that nice even track. Yeah.
We want it fair. Well, great analysis there, mate. Sweet in defeat, Foal. I love what you're doing here. Now, just reminding everyone who's been in the Sweet in defeat file, and they are all running, and, well, you're represented by 6 runners. Now, there are a couple of races where there's 2 in there, so
but
please
stick with
play
these.
the queue.
No, but stick with these horses. Like Red Sea might not win on the weekend, but he'll win soon. The same with Thunder Kick, and I think quite a few of those are well worth sticking with, even not only for their next run, but probably the run after.
Okay, and also Nick's Gluck is one that was in earlier in there. Lapsap Foal, tell me it's true.
Lapsap's back.
It's back.
We want to ignore the bad races, or just treat them with a bit of disdain.
Right, okay.
So I've got a couple of races now. Race 469, won by Legend Star. I didn't like the look of the race going in. I'd be dodging that race big time. And Circuit Fiery started $1.70 the other day. His effort was okay. I just question what's in behind him. I'll be taking him on if he starts short again, and I'll certainly be taking on the horses in behind him.
Oh, okay. Go straight in.
In the laps up.
Go on.
Just for people who's Australian or English, Lapsab means rubbish.
Rubbish.
That's right,
yes.
In Chinese.
Sorry, I should have qualified that, Shane. Well played, mate.
Yeah, that's because the
Cantonese is still good, Shane.
Actually, because the photo
that we say Yao Mo Chin.
Sup, soy.
Thank you, Dicing. Because the photo we've got, if we bring the image back up, the photo we've got, that doesn't look like a rubbish bin. That's the cleanest, most beautiful rubbish bin I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree. That's not normal.
That is superb.
That is.
I'd eat out of that.
Yeah.
We needed to describe it and explain. Stay with us. Idle up next. Idle time. Raymond Shane Dye casts his eye over the rides over in Hong Kong. And Shane, who caught your eye? Who were the positive rides?
I like this one, Endured, with Andrea Anzini. Gate 14, maybe because I backed it. Everyone had this going back, but I honestly thought it would go forward because John's the trainer and he does the form very well, and he has people himself doing it. He would have known there was no pace in this race. And this horse always gets back, but from gate 14, you have the option to roll forward at your own leisure without putting any pressure, and you can see this. And because there's no pace, they run a 25-8, which is slow. He's just dawdled across and sat outside the leader where this horse is normally 4 back the fence, and he's done no work. And the best thing here was once he got there, he come back that neck to get him to relax more and allow the leader to lead. on the fence. And then, of course, he's just picked it up. And they've run a 25-2-8, a 23-4-5, a 23-2-6, and then sprinted home 22-56. So it was very hard from anything coming back and wide to get into the race. And it was just a perfect ride. And also, Clinty rode 4 winners on the day and rode extremely well. So I've given him the 3 points for that.
Yeah, it was a good ride, very good ride from Andrea, and you'd have to say the red hair was back favourite, had every possible chance. But Shane, I'm gonna put in a protest here. The ride of the last, Andrea, what was he doing on Super Express? Shouldn't he have gone forward and at least tried to lead there?
Well, he did go forward, but he didn't lead. He probably should have, but maybe John told him to take a sit. I don't know. But there wasn't a lot of pace in the race before the race, and it was his golden opportunity. And that horse doesn't quicken as much as people think. He keeps grinding.
Yeah.
And if he had led, he probably wins the race, actually, because it was a non-pace lead and the winner kicked. He's racing well, that horse.
He is,
never
mate. It
goes
was frustrating because the horse got beat the same way with Maxime's start before anyway. But Andrea is going really well.
Shane, you've been nobbled. That's what's happened. He's been nobbled.
Nobbled?
He's been nobbled. He's only positive now.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a negative vote. I'm counting. I'm counting.
Shane's probably winning, so he's in a good space.
It's 15 weeks since we've had a negative.
He's in a good headspace.
This is not on.
Didn't the poor bloke have a baby? And
Yeah,
he's
he
got
did.
to.
He did.
Oh, we
every
love
night.
Andrea
It's lovely.
Retzenin. He's had a baby, so
Kicking
I'll look
goals
at
everywhere.
Have a look at the Golden Boy. He's throwing to photos of babies to try to get out of the hot seat.
Now he's got 2 jobs: to look after the baby, the wife, and ride horses.
It's been a good week.
Fantastic. Good on him.
Yeah, congratulations to he and
Congratulations.
Emma, the birth of young Thomas there. So the leaderboard has Zach Purton on 27. Andrea Retzenin stylishly moves into second on 15 as he got the big 3 votes there. No
Richo.
negatives. Hello.
Second was, or 2 points, was James Orman,
Yep.
who had 4 winners on the 2 days and rode extremely well. And he's going good for someone who can't ride light. And then, of course, 1 point each was Yui for his ride on Yi Ching Glory. And also there was another one, Fallon, Keith Young. Geez, he gave that a good ride. He followed Sack the whole way and produced it at the right time and beat the odds-on favourite China Win on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I liked Keith's celebration too. He got up and gave a little fist pump. So well done to Keith.
Good on him.
I agree. I mean, Jimmy Orman, he's. We predicted at the start of the year he'd go. It's taken a little while, but like you said, Shane, with weight. You know what I like about James?
21 wins so far.
He seems to be able to get horses into those positions you need them to be on. Without working, which is the art of usually those really talented riders. So he's going particularly well.
Yeah.
No, he's going well for the opportunities he gets.
Yeah, he's been nobbled, fine cotton. Fine cotton. It's a shame.
Very nice these
That's
days.
right. It's a shadow of his former self.
It's kumbaya time.
Thank you.
Maybe not. One might be coming up soon.
Oh, hang on. Can I lead you into what do you think of the protest on Sunday?
Well, someone texted me after the race saying, "What do you think?" I said, "It'll take 1 minute." And he goes, "Oh, that's good. I'm on the winner. That's good." And I said, "No, the second horse will get it." He said, "What?" And I said, "No, the second horse will get it." I said, "Look, he's got clear running, as you can see. The winner in the blue comes out and he's got to put his stick away, hold up, and then he's got to switch to the outside. And you watch here the ground he makes up. Now, if he comes here, the winner, the protest horse, and doesn't make any more ground up there, you can't give it to him. But he keeps getting to the line.
Yeah.
It's an easy call. It wasn't even hard. And you'll see here, have a look. He gets into clear running before the other horse, and he's going to come around his heels. He's there, and he's not 2 lengths clear, as you can see, and he shifts, and he's got to grab hold of him. That's cost him more than a head.
Yeah.
That's anyone who thinks it hasn't, you don't understand racing.
And you know what's great?
Stewards
as well,
got that
Shane?
100%.
Yep.
No,
I
doubt.
agree, 100%, Shane. You're spot on. You know what's great though, and this must be a great tool for the stewards as well. We see it here during the carnivals, but have these drone shots. I mean, you wouldn't have liked it when you were riding, but I mean, I think now that they have access to it, I mean, it's
You
great.
don't even need advice from jockeys now or evidence. Just watch the drone, watch the both shots,
You
and then
can
make a
say
decision.
what you've got to say, but we don't take any notice
We're not
of
listening.
it. But it is really definitive.
They're really good, the drone shots.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And the Golden Knight.
We
to the
used to
tune of
have
the
them
Sid
in
files.
big days in Australia, and it used to be called the helicopter shot, remember?
Yep.
Because they'd be in helicopters in the old days. Don't need a helicopter anymore.
That's how I used to arrive on course.
That's right. In fact,
you know.
if you know anyone who has a helicopter, I'm in need of one
you
around the Easter weekend for some very important athletes that are arriving from America. More on that in a moment. They don't want to drive. Let's have a look at the world of global racing. Some terrific group racing from a Whirlpool point of view last weekend, highlighted by the Newmarket. That was an absolutely huge field, but with the track the way it was playing, a brilliant ride by Craig Newitt. He went to the rail and forced the field to follow him. So therefore, if you had to make ground like 10 tyres, you're in the worst part of the track, Hutch.
Yeah, well, big fields, straight racing can be so much where the race develops around you. That inside section was better. Tentoris was a massive run. Like, the race didn't build how he needed it to. Don't worry about him suffering defeat there. That can easily happen. Now, this was a great race, actually. Pride of Jenny doing her thing. Evaporate, settling handy, and then we had Tom Kitten with a deserved win. Now, Tom Kitten, I'll ask you, because
Yes.
I know that you were talking with Sam Freedman pre this race, and just in terms of options going forward. I've also spoken to the Hayes team.
Yeah.
Evaporate's been... he's had his inoculations. Thank you for that. I was looking for that word. And he will obviously go George Ryder, Doncaster, and all going well, they may well go to Hong Kong. So it's on the cards, potentially. Not confirmed, but it's certainly
it'd have to be
in
considered for
conversation.
Tom Kitten as well. Godolphin are very keen and very happy to travel a horse like him. That Champions Mile, when you consider the QET Cup's going to be featuring Romantic Warrior and the Chairman's Sprint Prize will be featuring Cargying Rising, suddenly this Champions Mile would be very lucrative for anyone in the world.
Yeah. It's up for grabs now, Shane, I suppose, with the miling ranks because, they've, as Richo mentioned, there's a few there that probably aren't in the best of form or had excuses or won't be there.
That's true. So it'll be interesting to see who comes. If any one of them, like Voyage Bubble or what else, My Wish or Galaxy Patch turns up and puts their best, they can win. But lately they've had excuses and they're not going as well as they possibly could.
Yeah, so that's going to be an issue. No, so other news, Zach Purton's going to be riding in Sydney, which is brilliant to see the champion Hong Kong-based jockey, but of course Australian Racing Hall of Famer coming back to Australia to ride during the championships and also during some other big races. She's an alibi. You two both predicted. I think Hutch, you said that she's one out of the box and you're right. She is something really special.
Yeah, I want to know what Shane thought of the win. I mean, Shane's got a lot more experience and feel when it comes to this kind of horse and where they could go. Shane, what do you think?
She's awesome. What she got in the Doncaster, 49 kilos or something?
Jamie Mellon riding.
Oh, good luck, Autumn Glow. He won't probably run Autumn Glow now because she could beat Autumn Glow with that weight. Too much weight advantage. She's awesome, that. And 3-year-olds have a very good record in the Doncaster. I won 2 Doncasters on 3-year-olds.
They were colts though, weren't they? 3-year-old fillies.
No, I won a 3-year-old filly.
Yeah,
and a gelding. A Magic Flute for Mike Willisey.
Yeah, fantastic. She was a quality filly, wasn't she? That's going a while back, and you think of Sunline, obviously, as well. Jolie Star, well, for James McDonald, this is Group 1 win number 127, 97 in Australia, 30 internationally, including 19 in the Northern Hemisphere. He goes past George Moore with 127.
Yeah, it's great to see J Mac do that. He's an absolute superstar of the sport. And, Jolie Star, though, I mean, from a global lens of, there's a chance that she might be heading overseas too.
Yeah, they've got their eye on Royal Ascot for her. Up the straight, you would think, in the Jubilee race, 1,200 metres, absolutely perfect for her. You need a good 1,400 metre horse, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. She'd be fine. J-Mac on her back.
Yeah.
Stand by. You might be over there. Are you going to go this year?
Well, I'm available if selected. Just the Triple Trio need to go on tour.
Yeah, you need more than a chopper to get there, my friend.
Thank you. I'm available. If anyone, please contact me. I'm very cheap. What about Alabama Lass? Did you see this, Shane?
Well, this is a good one. Here's another one.
Take
You
us
watch
through
this. Okay, I'm going to take a thing. Now, I'll tell you why this horse has done this. She's hit it in the flank, right? And I'm going to show a photo here. And this horse here has had, see the flank? That's the flank. And if you hit a horse in that part low, they'll cringe up a little bit. I can't tell on the TV with the stick, but I would say she's hit it there. And she didn't need to hit the horse because it was going to win anyway. And this goes back to 2 weeks ago when we're having the argument about hitting them or not. And Tony doesn't like them hit. Well, there's a reason why not to. But here's the biggest thing. See this horse here. If you do form, and if you're a jockey, you should know this. It's had 13 to 16 runs, I'm not sure. It's never once been hit in the left hand. It's always been hit in the right hand, right? Every single start, the right hand. Sam Spratt, and when it went to Melbourne, Craig Williams. So that horse there is going to win the race. It's trying its best, and it's getting prepared to be hit in the right hand because that's where it always gets hit. Boom, right hand. And all of a sudden, she hits it in the left hand and a bit low, and it panics and shows what goes on here. It wasn't expecting it, and it panicked and went through the side fence. So that's why it did that. It won't do it again, that horse.
No, that's right.
You know,
and
it's just
it has
one of those
pulled up
things.
well.
everything's okay, and the reason we didn't
Well
show
said,
it,
Shane. Interesting stuff.
yeah, it ran through the rail, but
And
you've all seen that at home, so you don't need.
And people wouldn't pick that up, Clint, what I just said, you know, about it always being hit in the right hand.
Yeah.
And horses, put it this way, if you're a boxer and someone's hit, you know, boxing in the southpaw or whatever at one side, you're always expecting that, aren't you?
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden when he switches and hit you, you're not expecting it. And it wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, well, mate, I wouldn't know. I won my last fight by 50 metres. so,
We need to get Jeff Fennick on to explain.
Yeah.
Social Stable coming up. Let's check out what's making news, and the Melbourne Racing Club's making news because they've got a great promo involving complimentary drinks. So this one's for everyone. With a runner, you can collect a complimentary drink card from the owner's bar. That's absolutely fantastic. First round's on us. I love what Melbourne Racing Club's doing, and Racing Victoria trying to promote people to come to the races and cheer on their heroes. So check out all that action. Get to Caulfield on Saturday. Our man, the man we love, Casper Found, your brother-in-law.
He's your trainer.
He's my trainer. I don't have a horse with him, but I'd love to. And I want my daughter to marry his son. 5 wins in front is Casper at the moment.
Flying.
Go, Cass.
He's going really well. Yeah, it's going to be a good battle in the trainers' ranks towards the end of the season.
Absolutely brilliant. Ethan Brown suspended in Australia, so takes the opportunity to jump on a plane. Heads to Hong Kong. That's smart.
They will really appreciate that in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
They'll take a lot of notice, Shane. It's a good move with regard to this young lad who's riding extremely well.
Yeah.
He's a very good jockey and he'll do very well there, and it's good to see him go up there. Whoever told him to go, good advice.
Good advice. My pen's poised. Here's our best bets. Best bets time. Hutch, lead us away.
Yeah, best bets. I think it's races that we've covered, to be perfectly honest. I reckon that Gorgon hopefully can win the last. As Shane mentioned, he's reasonably confident. And I reckon we can get some little bit of meat on the bone in those Quinellas. And outside of that, I think Smart Golf, I think he'll map nicely and hopefully can continue that progression. So those would be my 2 best plays.
So back end for you, races 10 and 11, Golden Boy.
I'm going to go race 7, Papaya Bros. Very good the other day, should be winning again. And Clint, you can't do that because I've got another one. And what happens, audience, is we ring up this guy called Jason who does everything for us, not the Jason on the show, another one. And we put our tips in. And I said, has Clint put his tips in? And he says, no. I said, I'll go Gorgon race 11, Gorgon. And when Clint gets in before me and it's my best bet, I always switch and find another one. But why haven't you, Clint? Why didn't you find another one?
I put it on another show yesterday as well, so I think I did get in early.
He did. He put it on a Thursday show. I hate to break the news to you, Fancy Pants. Sorry, my friend. We've got to go. I'm just going to keep talking so you don't get a last word.
Find your own
Thanks
best
for watching
bets, Clint.
Triple Trio. See you. Mute his mic. Bye.